What is up YouTube? My name is Aditya and welcome back to my channel, The Indian Algo. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about Wyckoff and its schematic and how we can use that in the Indian stock market. So it's been a while since people have been asking me a lot about Wyckoff and its schematics, like how we can use them on the Indian stock markets, how we can use them on multiple time frames. So people were pretty excited to learn about Wyckoff, and there are people in the Indian stock market who actually thinks that these schematics does not apply to the Indian stock market. They actually do. So it doesn't matter if you're trading forex, it doesn't matter if you're trading cryptocurrencies, it doesn't matter if you're trading stock market, whichever stock market, US, Indian, these schematics work the same way universally. All right, and also it doesn't matter which time frame you are looking at. You can look at the weekly time frame, you can look at the daily time frame, you can look at the 1 hour, 5 minute, 1 minute, 1 second time frame. The schematics work the same way. It's just that you need an eye to understand those schematics. All right, so recently I just showed it to you on Instagram. All right, so you can follow me on Instagram. So this is actually my page, at the rate the underscore Indian underscore algo. Yep. So this is where you will find out something where I have pretty much clearly mentioned Havels chart on, this was 2 days back, right? This was 2 days back, daily time frame. This is the daily time frame analysis. This is the 1 hour analysis, and we were expecting a up move from here. So actually when you try to understand what is the schematic telling us, is that there's gonna be huge momentum when this box actually breaks out. So but we eventually enter at the last point of support. So this is the last point of support, and we actually saw a good breakout. Alright, so this is the schematic on 5 minute time frame, and I guess I've also marked the schematic on 1 minute time frame. So this is the 1 minute time frame accumulation phase here. Now if I show you how it worked out, is this: we couldn't get an entry in the intraday basis, on intraday basis, but we got a huge up move for a swing basis, right? So I personally did not take this trade, but my mentees did take this trade on the basis of what we have studied here, or what we have planned here. Now this is how these Wyckoff schematics work. So I'll go to Havels and I'll show it to you how what was the basis of me marking out these phases. All right, so I'll remove everything that I have here. I'll remove everything right that I have here. So first of all, what was the higher time frame analysis, and I'll do the top down analysis completely for you all right. So if you see here, what do we have? We have a lot of liquidity. Liquidity means, what do I mean by liquidity? Simply, a lot of people would have put their stop losses right here, right, just below here. A lot of people would have put their stop losses just below here. Now what happens when we get this down move that hunts liquidity, that takes out all the stop losses? There's a very high chance that the prices are willing to fill this void. Now what is void and what is imbalance is something that I'm not covering in this video, but it's already available in the on the internet, so you can definitely have a look at it. However, I'll be just using those terms. These are the voids, and this is where, if you see equal highs, now what do we have above equal highs is liquidity. All right, now what is liquidity? Again, stop losses, right? So we have stop losses just above here, just above here, and then we have stop losses above this high, and then we have probably stop losses above this high as well, right? So these are the few things that we are supposed to keep in mind while taking trades. So this is where we were very bullish. Now what is the right time to enter? It's not that after every stop loss and we are supposed to look for a trade, right? So that is not the right thing to do. There's a lot of analysis that goes behind, and once you understand what is happening inside this range, is when you can enter with momentum, is when you can enter and catch momentum. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, also yeah, I'll just show it to you. This schematic, this complete move that you see here, is an accumulation phase itself, is an accumulation. What do you mean by accumulation? Is an accumulation phase of Wyckoff itself, which means that the prices are very likely to move higher. Once these highs are taken out, the prices are probably go higher without any resistance, without facing any resistance here, because this is an accumulation phase. Sorry, this is an accumulation phase, and after an accumulation phase, the prices are very bullish. All right. So this is what we'll probably look at. Now, how am I supposed to analyze this? Very simple. It's just that I'll be explaining you the phases here, what happened, and how I went from the daily time frame to 1 minute time frame. I understood the charts is something that we'll study today. So see, understand, you will not probably get the idea of what I'm looking at here, because after looking at these charts, it's pretty obvious to me that what these prices are doing. Now you can definitely understand it, but it will take some time to get your eyes trained and identify such schematics on the charts. All right, so let's say we have PS here. Sorry. um, all right, so we have PS here. So this is PS. Now why is this a PS? If you see, there's a fall here. People who miss this fall would want to enter after retracement, and they enter here. Now they have put their stop losses here. So people actually who had put the stop losses here for long term basis, expecting that the prices shall go lower, will actually face huge losses once the prices simply breaks above this, and the prices are going to go higher. That's pretty obvious, right? All right, so we get a PS here, then we get an SC. This is my selling climax. If you see, there's a huge fall, but the prices couldn't continue going lower. After this, we get an automatic rally. This is my automatic rally. Then I have an ST. This is my ST. This is my ST. The price went higher, comes back down, hunts these equal lows, which is my spring. Now, after this spring, we get a spring test right here. All right, we get a spring test. Now what are we waiting for? We are waiting for the prices to actually break above these highs, to break all the market structure, to break all the market structure. Once the price breaks above these highs, comes back for a pullback, that will be what? That will be my LPS, last point of support. So this is where, if you see, this candle has created some sort of imbalance, and this is my 1 hour accumulation. So this 1 hour accumulation is gonna act as a demand zone now. So if you all don't know what is a drop based drop, rally based rally, so this is what a drop base rally. So once I get this rally, the prices will come back. This is where people demand and supply traders trade, right? So this base is nothing but an accumulation phase. All right, so this base is nothing, just an accumulation phase, and once the prices comes back to this level, this is where I will look for a long term buy. This is where you can actually look for a long term buy, a long term safe buy, right? Because this is where the prices are supposed to be very bullish, very bullish. All right, now that is a different case. Also, what the price could do probably here is that if it has gone higher from here, it can simply retest this. All right, it can simply retest this. I don't think so it will come much lower than this, and it will go pretty high, breaking all these highs and reaching out for the stop losses that we have here, reaching out for the stop losses that we have here. So this is actually the target as of now. This is not the target, sorry, this is not the target for the for my mentees. I've given them a target. So our entry was somewhere here, right? So we took the entry somewhere here. So 1:5 is what they are gonna look for a swing trade. All right, for a swing trade, for a swing trade, taking 2-3 trades in a month and pulling out 1:5 is actually amazing, because you will be up by 10% anyway on that particular, on those particular 2 trades. So lesser trades, lesser commissions, and less stress, right? So this is where the price are, it's pretty clear that the prices are going to reach here, right? See, I can be wrong, but that's when we put our stop losses, right? That's when we put our stop losses. If the price comes down, yeah, we'll leave the trade, we'll move out of this. It makes no sense for us to hold this trade, right? But if it goes in our favor, it will be very rewarding. All right, this was the daily time frame analysis, and look how we analyzed the daily time frame and identified the accumulation schematic. Now I'll do the same thing on the 1 hour time frame, then I'll do the same thing on the 5 minute time frame and on the 1 minute time frame. So this is what will be a little interesting for you guys. All right, so here PS is what? PS, the price falls here, comes back up. This is the this is the preliminary support, supply, right? Support, yep, support. And this is the selling climax. All right. So this is where we write this as PS. I'll change the color here now for you all to differentiate. So this is PS. Come on, change the color. All right. So this is PS. This is SC. Now after SC, what do we get? We get an automatic rally. So this is where we have our automatic rally. The price comes back here. This is our ST. All right, we get an ST here, we get an ST here. The prices then falls back down, and this test on the higher time frame is actually a spring action for the 1 hour time frame, because if you see, these are the lows that are being hunted by this down move, but the price could not continue lower. Now understand, where is the price, where did this dip came into? This order block that you see here. The price has dipped down inside this order block. I'll simply mark it all for you. All right, so we touched the 50% of this, these two candles body. Price dipped to the 50%, went higher, came back here. Now if you see, the prices started creating higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, right? So this is where we understood that the prices are probably gonna go higher. Now this level is actually my LPS on the 1 hour time frame, and we have another LPS right here. So this is where we actually entered, looking at this order block support. So if you see this order block support right here, 983 around, or there's a 1 hour candle order block. The price went higher, comes back here, dips down and goes higher. All right, so this is my spring LPS and all of that. All right, now I'll go to, okay, so this was the schematic, this is where we are supposed to enter and put a stop loss just below the spring. Now this was the 1 hour time frame schematic. I'll go to the 15-minute time frame. Now I don't really have to look at the left side of what actually happened. All I care about this down move, right? This is where the schematic is being performed. So if I see here, we have what? A PS right here, a PS right here. I'll change the color to blue. This is my PS, this is my selling climax, this is my automatic rally. Then we have what? An ST right here. This is my ST, this is my spring. Now this spring and the higher time frame, daily time frame spring is the same, I guess. Okay, so that's actually the test, and this is the 15-minute spring and this is the 5-minute spring. Sorry, this is the 15-minute spring and this is the 1 hour spring. Then we get what? We get a market structure break. So this is the market structure, lowest low. Price breaks the market structure, comes back for a pullback at an order block right here. All right, starts taking support, then moves higher. Now this move that you see here is what? Is the test of spring test. All right, so this is the, okay, sorry, this is the test, I'm so sorry, this is the test of spring, and this is the LPS again. So the LPS for a 1 hour and 15-minute are the same. Then we have another LPS right here, we have another LPS right here, and this is where the price went higher. Now I'll make you analyze this part on the 1 minute time frame, right? So let's go to the 1 minute time frame and let's identify what the prices are doing here. All right, so first of all, I need to identify the PS. So if you see, we have a down move right here, we get a small retracement. This is where the institutions start booking profit, and this is my PS. I'll change the color to mustard. All right, good. So we have PS here, we get a selling climax right here, I guess. So this, I must have considered this as a selling climax. AR, automatic rally, or I guess this was the selling climax, this was the AR, doesn't really matter. It's just that we need to understand the right time of spring. Then we get an ST, right here, we get too many STs right here, we get a spring right here, spring action, and then if you see, we have a market structure break. This move breaks the market structure and price couldn't break below these lows, started taking support at this LPS, or you want to call it as an order block. I'll zoom in. So right here, if you see, down candle before an up candle is actually my order block. So the price starts taking support right there. All right, and this is where the price then flew higher. So this was my 1 minute schematic on the basis of what do you call it, Wyckoff, right? And then the price simply flew higher, and yep, so we had already entered our trade here, and then the price didn't stop actually and went pretty high. So we are expecting that the price can go much higher, maybe probably if it wants to retrace, because you must have observed by now that the prices retraces and then move back up. So that's completely fine, right? That's completely fine. So this is Havels, and yes, so there was one trade today that I have taken in Grasim, and there were two trades actually. Yesterday I took one and today I took one, so I'll just show it to you here. All right, so let's say this was not there actually. Okay, this was not there because yesterday I had taken a trade right here, and I was expecting the prices to go much lower. I'll just explain it to you here as well. All right, so let's look at what the prices are doing here. So if you see, we get a down move right here, we get a PS. Change the color to blue because I did not actually move to a higher time frame to do this. We simply needed this PS. We understood this, that we have a selling climax right here. Now this is where we need to understand that if the prices are making a spring, or the prices are making an accumulation phase, or the prices are simply performing a distribution. So this is where we need to differentiate things, and you cannot differentiate just after the 2 3 phases. All right, you cannot differentiate it. So just see what we do here. We get an PS, we get a selling climax, we get an AR, right? This turns out to be an automatic rally. Price comes back and acts as a ST, acts as an ST. All right, acts as an ST. There are a lot of equal highs right above here. There are a lot of equal highs right above here. Now what made me clear that okay, this there's a market structure break, right? This breaks the market structure. This breaks the market structure, so people would have bought at the pullback, right? But if you simply move to a 1 hour time frame and just look at those candles, look at that, look at this candle. Huge wick rejection, right? Huge wick rejection. The price comes, falls back down, creates an order block, creates a bearish order block. All right, so on this day I actually shorted this trade. I'll go to the 15-minute time frame again, and this is where the price went higher, comes back down, now breaks the structure, breaks the structure. You see, we have a structure break here as well. So the price moves back up. This is where I went short and probably booked around 1:5. I'll show you the entries here. So this is the entry, right, that we have here. PS, SC, test, SW, up thrust. So this was the up thrust, right? So I'll remark these things for you. All right, so just as we understood that this was actually a liquidity hunt to the upside. All right, so what I did, I removed this, like, and I changed the labels to test. This turns out to be my test. This is nothing, we don't really need this, we don't really need this. And this is my test again, and this is my upthrust. I'll mark it UT. Okay, so upthrust is UT, which is actually a fake out. We have another test right here. We get an UT, and this was my last point of supply. LPS is last point of supply, and this is where we expect the prices to actually complete the schematic and move lower. So I was expecting the prices to give a structure, like a fall down today, pull back, and a shorting opportunity. But what just happened, if you see here, is that the prices went pretty high, very huge. Like there's a very huge move right here. But this wasn't expected, because if you see, and why the price is actually reversed from here also, I took a trade in this, so I'll tell you why was the reason. So I'll just show you the chart here. So this was the reason. So there are two distribution schematic. Number one is upthrust, and then we have this UTAD, upthrust after distribution. So if you see, this is where I entered at 1521.05 was my entry price, and yep. So we price little came up a little bit, like retraced a little bit, but went down further on. All right. So this is what we did here. So what was the reason entering this trade is that this is UTAD. This is UTAD. This is an Wyckoff schematic, and as per Wyckoff, we call this as a UTAD. And if you see, we have a very nice order block right here. So people who think that ICD concepts doesn't work here, but they haven't actually mastered anything. They haven't actually mastered anything, or probably they have mastered few things, but see, people just want to put up their ideology onto someone's mind. So if somebody is following a VCP, they'll just say that just follow VCP. There's nothing else that works. There are people who would say that support and resistance works the best. There are people who would say that triangle breakouts work the best. But you need to identify what works actually for you. So I'm not against anyone. I'm just saying that if you are good in one field, if you are good in one topic, let's say if you are good in VCPs, let's say if you are good at ICD concepts, let's say if you are good at trading support and resistance, or if you are good at trading options, you should never say that other things are a waste of time. All right, there are people who are trading indicators and making money, so even indicators work. It's just that we need to make it work. That's it. All right, so we have UTAD right here. We had a very nice selling opportunity. Now what? Now what? All right, so this is where the prices are. So once I see the prices probably break out of this box, I'll see a pullback and I'll go short. There's a very nice shorting opportunity, and the prices can actually fill this void. What do we have? We have imbalance here, we have imbalance here. So it's pretty easy that the prices are gonna do this, because I guess there's a huge fall in the market today, and that could be followed by, all right, so I'll go to Nifty. Yep, so Nifty fell off pretty huge right here. We had this box being taken out, the price went higher. What do we have here? There's a huge selling candle, bro. So it's pretty obvious that the markets were supposed to be falling down. All right, let's go to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty do not have that, I guess so. So Bank Nifty did not hunt this liquidity as of now, but there's a nice order block right here. So probably you can see a retest of an order block and the price will fall. It's not that it will simply follow it, because if you see, we have a lot of liquidity above here, so it's not that easy for the prices to simply respect this order block and fall. Also, there's one trade in this LT. If you see, I'll just mark the phases for you in LT. So this is something that you can trade in the coming days. All right, this is something that you can trade in the coming days. Simple reason, if I tell you, look at the analysis. All right, I'll go to the daily time frame and we'll try to understand the analysis. All right, so if you see, we have this bearish order block, up candle before all the down candles. All right, so this is the first time, probably, okay, not the first time. Yeah, so this is where the price are taking resistance. If you see, we have a nice pin bar candle made today. All right, so this means that the prices are bearish. The prices are definitely bearish. Now what do we have? We have this order block, much refined, on a 1 hour time frame. The price hunts liquidity right here. This is where the liquidity got hunted. The price went higher, comes back down, there's a retest, and this is where we could have shorted very nicely, however missed, right? Missed. Now how do I look at this as a distribution schematic is something that I'll show you right now. So I'll go to the 5-minute time frame to understand my PS. So I have my PS right here. If you see, there's a small retracement here. The small retracement, that's my PS. This is my buying climax. I get an automatic rally right here. This is my automatic rally. This is my test. This is my test. The prices are here, creates an upthrust. All right, so sorry, this is an upthrust. Now after upthrust, do we have a market structure break? Yes, we do have a market structure break. So we do have a market structure break. Now what do I have? If you see here, this up move hunted liquidity this high. This up move hunted all the liquidity that we had here. And what can I do to trade on the basis of this is from here. If you see, we have an order block right here. All right, we have an order block right here. So you will what's the next plan to trade this is let the price move higher inside right here, let it fall back down. All right, and what do I have here is a pull is an order block right here. We have imbalance being created, so there's a very high probability that after a pullback from here the price are gonna fall down. All right, so this is the plan for Monday. If I get this trade, I'll definitely take this. I'll definitely take a short position after this order block gets tested and the prices falls back down. All right, so what do you think this is going to be? So I'll just complete the schematic here. So after that upthrust, okay, so the LPS, so this was actually the LPS if I'm not wrong, because this is where the structure broke, and this is what my sign of weakness. This is my sign of weakness. The price moves back up around these levels. This was 6 July, this is 6 July as well. We got an up move and a huge down move right here. Alright, so this turns out to be my LPS, last point of supply. If we get a retracement around these levels, around the 50% of this up move, there's a very nice selling opportunity. There's a very nice selling opportunity from here. Or if you wish to look for a selling opportunity, selling up below 1500, right? 1500, selling below 1500 is a good opportunity. Selling below this price is a good opportunity. You can actually see some nice falls from here till here. Also, it completely depends on what the market, where the market opens on like tomorrow, right? So tomorrow is Wednesday. All right, awesome. So this is what I was gonna explain to you all. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Comment down in the comment section. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and also, yep, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. The link will be down in the description, and you can ask me any doubts if you want to. You can share your charts with me. So I'll definitely reply to you whenever I am available. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.